Jungkook in tears, Taehyung's birthday post that shook ARMY to the core. How could what seemed like a simple birthday dinner spiral into one of the most emotional and controversial moments in BTS history? Why did Jungkook, the golden maknae adored across the globe, appear to fight back tears during what should have been the happiest night of his year? And what exactly did Taehyung do that left ARMY divided, touched on one hand and heartbroken on the other? These questions have dominated headlines and trended worldwide ever since September 1st, 2025, Jungkook's 28th birthday. The spark? A short Instagram clip posted by Kim Taehyung, known lovingly as V, that pulled millions of fans into a storm of emotions, speculation, and raw heartbreak. On the surface, the video was simple, almost ordinary. A quiet restaurant table, two familiar faces, and the warmth of friendship. Jungkook sat across from Taehyung, his expression soft, contemplative, almost fragile. Taehyung, dressed casually in a sleeveless shirt and blue cap, leaned in close, his entire focus on the younger member. His caption read, "Happy birthday, Jungkook. May this year be full of health and happiness." To anyone outside the fandom, it may have looked like nothing more than two friends sharing a meal. But for ARMY, the millions who know the weight behind every word, every glance, every silence, this was something else entirely. Something that cut deeper than expected. Because beneath Jungkook's shy smile, fans saw something haunting. Eyes glistening, a throat tightening, a voice faltering as if tears were only seconds away. Why? What was happening in that moment? To understand, we have to look at the bigger picture. A heavy year for Jungkook. Jungkook's solo career has soared higher than anyone could have imagined. His songs 7 and 3D shattered streaming records, cementing him as a true global phenomenon. But along with that success came a crushing weight, relentless scrutiny, invasion of privacy, and the terrifying dangers of fame. In fact, only hours before Taehyung's video, Korean media reported the arrest of a woman who had attempted to break into Jungkook's home. For ARMY, the news was more than unsettling. It was a chilling reminder that even behind locked doors, their beloved idol wasn't safe. Against this backdrop, Taehyung's birthday post suddenly felt like more than a greeting. It was a lifeline, a message of protection. A brother stepping forward to remind Jungkook that no matter how heavy the spotlight, he was not alone. Why the tears? But why did Jungkook seem so emotional? Fans offered endless theories. Some said his tears were gratitude for the overwhelming fan projects, billboards, and birthday tributes that lit up Seoul and beyond. Others believed it was exhaustion, the loneliness of success at the highest level. Still others pointed to Taehyung's words about health and happiness. Why emphasize health? Did he know something fans didn't? The clip was dissected frame by frame. Fans noticed Jungkook's smile faltering when Taehyung mentioned health, as if the word itself carried hidden weight. They saw the intensity in Taehyung's gaze, a look that said more than his caption ever could. Was this a quiet intervention between brothers? A moment where Taehyung was telling Jungkook, "You don't have to carry this burden alone." Timing that couldn't be ignored. The emotional storm only grew stronger because of timing. BTS has been in a fragile chapter. Military enlistments, long separations, and rumors of tension have cast shadows over their future. Would they reunite fully in 2025? Or would solo careers and personal struggles keep them apart? In that context, Taehyung's gesture became monumental. It wasn't just a birthday wish. It was proof. Proof that the bond still lived, that despite cracks and distance, BTS's brotherhood had not broken. ARMY's reactions, joy, pain, and division. The fandom's response was explosive. Comment sections flooded with crying emojis, heartfelt confessions, and worried speculation. For some, the video was beautiful, a rare glimpse into the raw love between two members. For others, it was painful to see Jungkook struggling on his birthday, the one day he should have been smiling without restraint. And then came the controversy. Where were the other members? J-Hope posted his greeting publicly, but others remained quiet on social media. Did they reach out privately? Almost certainly. But the silence compared to Taehyung's intimate post sparked debate. Was Taehyung stepping into a protector's role because Jungkook felt isolated? Or was this simply a personal choice, born from their unique bond? Once again, questions outnumbered answers. The heart of the matter. What made this moment unforgettable wasn't scandal or suspicion, it was its humanity. BTS has always represented resilience, unity, and love. But fans rarely see the cracks, the vulnerability beneath the polished smiles. In that brief clip, Jungkook was not the unshakable superstar, not the flawless idol. He was a young man, exhausted and grateful, overwhelmed and comforted, caught between strength and fragility. And that glimpse of truth was enough to shake millions. Because if even Jungkook, the boy who has carried ARMY's love across the world, can feel the weight of loneliness, then maybe vulnerability is not weakness. Maybe it's proof of being human. Clearing the misconceptions. Of course, not all of the frenzy was grounded in fact. Jungkook did not openly cry in the video. Much of what fans saw, tears in his eyes, a crack in his voice, was projection fueled by emotion and lighting. Taehyung's caption, though heartfelt, carried no secret codes or hidden confessions. And the dinner itself had no connection to the frightening intrusion at Jungkook's home earlier that day. Yet that is the power of BTS and ARMY. A single glance, a single phrase can ignite global speculation. Fans care so deeply that they weave meaning into silence, turning small moments into history. The real takeaway. So, what really happened on September 1st, 2025? Two friends had dinner. One wished the other happiness, and the world cried with them. It may sound simple, but in simplicity lies the truth. Taehyung's post wasn't a scandal. It wasn't a warning. It was love, brotherhood, and sincerity. And Jungkook's near tears weren't weakness. They were humanity. For ARMY, that's enough. Because sometimes the most powerful moments aren't the staged performances or grand gestures. They're the quiet dinners, the whispered reassurances, the reminder that even the brightest stars sometimes need a shoulder to lean on. And perhaps that's why this birthday will be remembered not just as Jungkook's 28th, but as the night when love, vulnerability, and uncertainty collided, leaving a mark on millions of hearts across the globe.